Hello there. You might not know me. You might know me. I don't know. I don't care. I just want to express my feelings on some stuff. Hey, how are you? Do you have any? Let me start over. How are you doing? I don't know how you stumbled upon this video. Maybe you're curious about the title. I'm curious about the title as well, but I'm a Zelda fan. Wow, shocker. I mean, obviously I'm making this video, but that's not shocking, really. I just wanted to express my feelings on Tears of the Kingdom before the year ends. Currently, it's December 25th, and I've been planning on making this video for a long time. I think since July. You finished Tears of the Kingdom in June, right around Final Fantasy 16 popped out, and I've been thinking and thinking and thinking. This game's not that great. I was really excited for Tears of the Kingdom. I even said on my last Zelda reaction video that this is going to be my game of the year.
Do not look away.
Uh-oh, that's a pack of Lionels.
Revival and the birth of his new world.
Get it!
Okay.
Oh, this is so epic.
But you are not alone.
Oh, they're accompanying you? This is...
You are our final hope.
Oh my god.
Link. You must find me.
Oh my god, this is so close. Excuse me?
Which it isn't. What happened? Well, I don't know. I wish I knew, but that's something that devs will never tell. But like I said, I'm making this video to express my worries for the future of Zelda. But before I even say that, I just want to give a brief summary on how I got from being excited Tears of the Kingdom to being unimpressed by Tears of the Kingdom. And you might be saying I'm being too negative, but I'm hardly negative to my favorite franchises, which it's not a healthy thing to do because you have to point out some flaws on your favorite things for the devs to get better. Not to excuse the people who are just blatantly hating for hate and get clout and all that stuff, but you genuinely love the franchise and the developers, and when you notice that they don't do things quality-wise, like they think because Zelda is a well-known franchise, they can get away with it and the money and all that stuff. Like Pokemon. Pokemon sucks right now, except for the third-party games. They're kind of good. Play Unite. Play Legends Arceus. Anyway. I'm getting sidetracked. But anyway, I'm talking about Zelda. So, the day came. And I played the game. And the first few hours, I was very excited about it. Because the intro cutscene was great. That was phenomenal. Hearing Ganon sounding so threatening. Link doing his thing he's known for, being courageous, protecting Zelda, which I heard a lot of people do not like the English voice actress, which that's sad because I think she's okay. I mean, can she improve? Maybe they can improve on the voice direction, that's a thing, or the writing. The intro place, like in the sky, that was teaching you how to play the game, kind of like Breath of the Wild. The plateau. That's what I'm thinking. Uh, Giving you an introduction of how the mechanics work, how the fixes work, and how the new gimmick of the Ultra Hand works. That was really awesome. Up until you reach to the ground, it felt too calm for me. Once I got to Hyrule, I just noticed that it felt too calm. And when I saw the trailers of Tears of the Kingdom, the final one, the one that really got people excited, it felt like things weren't too calm. Like, people were preparing, there was fighting going around, villagers protecting their village, all that stuff. And when I got there, it was too calm. So, did the trailer fool me? Maybe. I found that worrying, but I let that slide. I just kept exploring, finding out things that were new. If they added some new stuff, like the underground section. I went to that the first chance I got, and played a little bit, a few hours, found some interesting enemies that you might have seen some clips here and there on my channel that impressed me and scared me. And that was fun. Up until when I decided to go to the first main quest, which I did Sora first. Seeing that time has passed because I saw a statue of Link and Sidon together, that made me think, okay, I'm seeing that they're implementing something, that time has passed and people know about this character. Which beforehand, I noticed that a lot of people did not remember Link. That was really weird. Like, how much time has passed for them to forget? Especially people in Terrytown, which I don't know why people forget Terrytown. The person who is in charge of Terrytown does not remember Link. What is that? What happened to the writing there? I don't know. Anyway, going back to the main quest, because I'm getting distracted. I love the build up for the first dungeon. Like, trying to find out Sidon, the whole reason why the water wasn't clean, all that stuff. That was cool. Even opening the path through the dungeon, that was really cool. When you get to the main dungeon, what the frick? What? Why is it so small? I didn't thought of it as much. I just did the thing. I cleared it, beat the boss. The boss was really nice. And got the cutscene where Sidon got the press thing, the rock gem. I'm forgetting a lot of names. It's been 6 months. I haven't touched Tears of the Kingdom since. Sorry. Got the cutscene, got the power. I had a ghost companion of Sidon and had his power, which was really nice. I'm gonna be honest, that power up was kind of lazy. Like, having a companion with you instead of just you using the ability. I don't know. I don't know what they were going with that, because the more you have in play, the worse it was for the game handling the frames. Like, if you had all the Guardians out, the game was chugging a little bit. And granted, it is an old tech, but I mean, it handled Breath of the Wild pretty well. And it's still the same engine. And it was pretty much the same game. Anyway, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I'm not even using the notes. I'm just... Hi. Anyway, I beat the first dungeon, got that. After that, I did a little more side quests, trials here and there. Trials, right? That's shrines. Shrines. Yeah, shrines. That's what I mean. And I did a little more shrines, and when I noticed a huge cloud in the air, I thought, is this a way to a dungeon? Maybe I should check it out. And it was fun. figuring out how to traverse that area because apparently that area was for the last bit, but I'll talk about that more in a sec. It was fun traversing through that area, kind of blind, using the Ultra Hand like a sensor, like a sonar, and then figuring out if I could see some shadow silhouettes of a platform, of an enemy standing, if the enemy was flying, that I should not go there, using the rockets, uh, avoiding thunder because in that area you were not warned about lightning. Thunder came way after. I mean, obviously, thunder comes way after lightning. But anyway, that was a fun area. When I got to the point where I discovered a door and it needed hearts to open, I was still thinking this is a cool hidden side quest because you know the anti Shika people, the yoga clan, the yoga clan. I don't know. They had their own moments that you have to go underground and investigate. And I thought this was kind of the same, but not part of the main story. It was part of the main story. I figured that out super early. I feel like I got spoiled. Which, by the way, I hate that the memory thing got back because I wanted this game to feel, story-wise, like a traditional Zelda game. And they just pretty much copy and pasted Breath of the Wild. In Breath of the Wild, the memory thing kind of worked because if you wanted to know about the past, great, but the present story was there. It was an addition to the main story, but you can figure out what happens, kinda, just not checking through the memories. I mean, you wouldn't know much about Zelda, but in Tears of the Kingdom, the main story plot was in the memories, and I found that very stupid. I did not like that. Once I figured that out, after that supposed secret cool side mission, which turned out to be a main mission, the final main mission, I was disappointed because this should have been more protected. Um, yeah, you can go anywhere and there's no rule set on which order you need to go. But dang, how could I've known this specific place in the air needed hearts? Like, granted, I guess the hearts would have been telling, but how would I have supposed to know going this not blindly, you know? And when I finished that dungeon, figured out that this character is giving you a lot of heavy details of the story, I felt like finishing the game. And that was at the 30-hour mark. I know a lot of people have passed 100 hours in Tears of the Kingdom. Kudos to you. If you enjoyed exploring Hyrule again, with the underground and all that stuff, the underground sections were pretty fun. The ground sections, not so much. The air, way less. Uh, but anyway, once I found out this main story plot was in that dungeon, my second dungeon, which actually was the last dungeon, which should have been locked, I just decided, let me just finish the game quicker because I want to know, and I hope this gets better. I want an explanation to why this was just available instead of just having it locked after finishing the 4 main quest. And then, like, I finished Rito, the Rito, I'm forgetting, the Rito quest 3rd, and then the kid got a lot of the same cutscene. finish the Goron place third. By the way, the Goron section, the main quest, that is the least inspiring, the most laziest thing I've ever seen. I was so excited to do the Fire Temple, and then it was so confusing and disappointing. Very lazy, in my opinion. I did not like it at all. Annoying. The fourth one, however, on the Gerudo, that one felt the most traditional temple, Legend of Zelda temple ever. I don't know what's wrong with my words, but I enjoyed that temple so much because there were some aspects, puzzle solving, like in a traditional Zelda game. Like, sure, the Zora one, you had to figure out like time thing in order to adjust water levels and all that stuff. But you could pretty much cheat there. In the Rito quest, that temple, the Wind Temple, it was alright. It was hard to figure out where to go, but it was alright. Go on top temples, the Fire Temple sucks. And this, what do you call this one? Sand Temple? I don't know. The Gerudo Temple. That one's, I enjoyed it so much. They should have done that more for the other temples. Better planned out, better pacing. I really loved it. I really, really did. And after that, the game points you to Hyrule Castle to do something there. I'm not trying to spoil everything on that, but something happens there. And after the main quest, or after that quest, it tells you, hey, you need to find another person that knows the full story of what happened. And I already did that. The second temple. So I'm like, yeah. Oh, by the way, after doing that temple, which I thought it was a side quest, I immediately got the Master Sword. Best Master Sword sequence ever. Hands down. I loved it. It was so beautifully done. It was epic. I don't think you can top that, to be honest. Getting the Master Sword that way. It was amazing. But after doing that Hyrule Castle quest, it points me to do that Master Sword and finding out that person or that temple, which I already did. So after that, I just immediately went to Ganon. The Ganon fight, the build up to that, the lead up to that. That was so cool. That was super. The fight, they redeemed themselves over the Breath of the Wild final fight. I think that can't be argued. Is the fight with him was awesome. Realizing different movesets, some surprising movesets too, and then at the final phase, it was really, really cinematic. I really loved it. Which it was a bit longer. They could have done some cool stuff there to make it more memorable, but it was still cool. After that fight, there were some decisions made that I wish they didn't, or at least I wish they'd explained it, but they didn't. And the story ended in a wholesome way, but it left me super confused. It left me so many questions, so many stuff that were not answered, things that could have been handled better, and overall, after I finished the game, I did not feel the need to go back to Tears of the Kingdom. Which it was different with Breath of the Wild because I finished that game in 160 hours. That's when I decided, okay, I'm done. I want to finish the game. I want to fight Ganon. And after fighting Ganon, I started a new save file. Go through that game again. Yes, I deleted my main save file. Play the game again. Could I have made another account, another Wii U account? Yes, I played it on the Wii U, and start the game all over. Yeah, I could have, but I didn't want to. So there's that. So in the end of the day, I did not like how they handled Tears of the Kingdom, especially with the price tag of $70. Thankfully, I bought that game in a 2-for-1 price with the coupon thing, the ticket thing, digitally. I bought that game and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. By the way, that's going to come in the channel. And essentially, I just paid $30 for Xenoblade 3. Cool. Or $30 for Tears of the Kingdom. However you want to see it. But I wanted to love this game, but after finishing it, anyone who was playing it, I was just not enjoying it. I either lurked to see how they handled stuff, and I did not want it to ruin it for them because people enjoy things differently, and if they enjoy Tears of the Kingdom, awesome. But I really worry how they're gonna handle the next Zelda game, because if they're gonna do an open world game again, which please do not, I'm so tired of the open world aspect. If anything, minimize the world, like cut the Hyrule from Breath of the Wild by half. Concentrate more on story pacing, story writing, characters, villains, which a lot of people, which I do agree, Ganondorf, while the design was really amazing, he himself wasn't. There's a lot of stuff missing that could have been done. They didn't. And I hope the next Zelda game, they really learn from their mistakes. But I've been feeling that this Nintendo is quite different ever since Iwata passed away, which was 2015, I believe. So it's gonna be 8 years now since he passed away. And ever since that, Nintendo has been kind of different, quality-wise. And I've noticed that on Zelda. But in Zelda, in Breath of the Wild, I guess Iwata still has some influence in there because he was still alive. But this one, he isn't. And there's just a lot of stuff I feel like they mishandled. But they don't have someone like Iwata's mindset in there, Nintendo. And I feel like since this Tears of the Kingdom game is doing pretty well, I worry for the next Zelda game. Like, is this gonna have less fleshed out characters, a less fleshed out world, mechanic like game, like a weapon breaking again, which was very annoying. I really wish that they could have implemented some weapon making or weapon fixing Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I understand why the weapon breaks in Tears of the Kingdom, not in Breath of the Wild. They did a reverse thing there. If the weapons had some malice or gloom in them in Breath of the Wild, and you were wondering why is the weapon like this and it wasn't answered, but it was answered in the sequel, then I could get it. But even then, there's an item that you can cook and fix your gloom status. I wish I would have implemented that to weapon and make them last longer. I don't know. Like the weapon making stuff, like it doesn't have to be super linear or super open world. They have to find a sweet spot. But I don't know. I feel like since it's doing well, they're not gonna care so much for it. It happens when a franchise gets so big that they think money over quality, and I don't know. Especially with the news of the Zelda movie, instead of being animated, it's live action. I'm very worried for that. But I don't know. I'm pretty worried for Zelda's future. The next game is gonna come out for at least 4 years, probably, depending on what it is. I would love for the devs to go back to a traditional game, learn from those games, and figure out how to mix that with the open worldness of Breath of the Wild. If they want to do open world again, which I wish they didn't. Like, I wish they have more quality stuff doing around the world than just making a huge map. But this is just me. One person versus a million people, different opinions. But if you relate to this, let me know in the comment section. Because I just yammered, I blabbered, and expressed my worries and thoughts of Tears of the Kingdom and Zelda's future. And after Tears of the Kingdom, I went back to one of my least favorite Zelda games, which I'll explain. It was Link Between Worlds, and it's because I played Link to the Past like shortly before I played Link Between Worlds. And when I saw that it was pretty much Link to the Past, I was underwhelmed. But I have some memories with Link Between Worlds. I'm not gonna say much to those who haven't played it, but it's quite an enjoyable game. I would even say way more enjoyable than Tears of the Kingdom. At least it feels like Zelda. This one still like having an identity crisis, story pacing crisis, fleshing out character crisis, and all other stuff. But yeah, how long is this video? Oh my god, 26 minutes. I think I'm gonna stop it there. I hope I showed my thoughts or expressed my thoughts correctly to you guys. Let me know if you feel the same. Anyone who's just gonna troll and hate for the hate and not hearing me out, you're gonna be completely ignored. I'm not gonna give you the time of day. Don't give them the time of day if you see that type of comment. But if they keep at it, then just respond if you feel like it. But just don't engage so much because those type of people feed on that. But I wanted to get this out there before the year ended. And even though I'm worried for the future of the Zelda franchise, I want to still be hopeful because it's in my top 5 for a reason. Number 1 being Metroid. But yeah, I think that I said enough. Hopefully you guys understand, enjoyed this. Even though I had a script there, I didn't really read much of it. And I hope your 2023 was healthy, productive, you met some of your goals. If it didn't, you can try again next year. Don't worry about it. I'm rooting for you. Anyway, I'm gonna sign out, have some lunch, have a great rest of your day, night, weekend, whenever I post this, hopefully before the year ends. And until the next video, take care.